Every year, various articles will come out as well as YouTube videos about the top 10 most Christmassy towns in the United States. And every year, they all have their own opinions, but I decided to visit one of them. We're going to be walking the streets of Franklin, Tennessee to find out. I'm exploring the horizons. Franklin, Tennessee is often one of the most cited ones that I keep seeing over and over again, all the different lists. And in the center of the screen is a free parking garage there on 4th and Main Street in front of a courthouse that has a lot of history here. The courthouse once was an area where, unfortunately, enslaved people used to be sold here. And then the courthouse also served as a federal headquarters as well as a hospital. There's a lot more detail than I'm saying, but they do have a law enforcement memorial out front as well as other placards that explain the rich history in this particular spot. How can a place with such a dark history become a Christmassy town? We'll see if it holds up or not. As I'm walking through this town square, one of the things I did notice is that there was a lot of Christmas lights and decorations everywhere, so that's kind of a clue that we need to come back later when it turns dark, as a matter of fact. A lot of neat stores. There's various restaurants here, Southern cuisine, information about the Battle of Franklin and what happened in this particular spot during the battle. There is the Carter House, which is south from here, which I did tour, and I actually did a video on that if you want to check it out about one of the Civil War battles in this area. This is going to be a memorial to the Confederacy. This was built, for the Confederate soldiers. This was built about 35 years after the Battle of Franklin. You can almost just feel the oldness and the history here. And then a little bit more information about the Battle of Franklin. There's also a lot of good YouTube videos that specialize in history that cover this topic very well. But I'm not a history channel, so I'll leave it up to the guys that do cover it, and gals, of course. Now I'm about to walk you through the town itself now. Please take a moment to hit that subscribe button. So as we go down this street, you're going to see, we're going to be passing by a lot of stores. A lot of them were various boutiques, sold various items. I remember one place in particular that stood out. Had a lot of very extravagant scented candles, some very unique scents. And, some of the decor here was very Christmassy. There was a band playing music on the corner here. Since I wasn't sure if it's copyrighted, I went in and cleared them, bleeding them out in case I didn't get in trouble with YouTube. And we also passed by the historic Franklin Theater. And I'll show you the Franklin Theater in more detail later on, even at night. It has a good night view. This man was sitting here feeding his dog. Remind me of Buzz McKenzie, dressed up as Santa Claus in a restaurant. And there's a Franklin Theater during the day. So as we walked around, we could see there was more churches, and there was also kind of a relaxed vibe. It seemed like people were in a pretty good mood as we were going through here. Also, if you're interested in other videos in this area, I do have a file on videos, or a playlist, I should say, on my channel about Tennessee. I also have cruise videos as well as videos from New Mexico and Texas, as well as a few miscellaneous areas if you're interested. First time I've ever seen Santa Claus riding around on a motorcycle. But he did get a lot of attention. And then in a few minutes, he did pull over after I filmed this. And he was taking his picture taken with a lot of the people that were there. Unfortunately, I already had my camera put away, which I learned since then not to do this. That when Mrs. Claus went up to him and they seemed to have a little joyful reunion. It was kind of funny. I wish I had had my camera ready at that time when that occurred. If you find any value in this video, please hit that like button. Now we're going to take a look at this at night. We're going to walk through the same area that we just went through, except it's going to look a little bit different than what you saw a minute ago, of course. And while we're walking through the Christmas lights, I just want to take a mention that if you're interested in Bible videos that are short, respect your time, about a minute and a half long, sometimes 3 minutes. I do have a channel called Minute Bible Readings, which does combine nature videos with scripture. So you might want to check that out. I'll put a link at the very end of the video. And there's the Franklin Theater. And if you haven't already done so, if you could just take a moment now to hit that like and subscribe button while we look at these lights. If you're looking at any place that has giant ice sculptures, a lot of things for kids to do, and 5 million Christmas lights, then I have a video that's coming up on this end screen that you'll like.